Scott Smith. This is on my white skin, homie, okay? And I'm going to stand here like I'm talking to you, okay? I would say to you just like this. I'd say, you know what? I think basically you have no intestinal fortitude, okay? And if I could go back again, what I wouldn't do is craft how to break Jamie Harris' face, right? When I met Scott Smith, if Jamie took his shirt off, you know what? He's about as savage as it gets. And Scotty was looking, he was like, oh my fucking God, he was peeing his leg. And you know what I did? I became Jamie Harris. I swear to God, I became a lefty, and I threw punches on Scott, and you know what? I wore a cage, and I let that little bitch fucking shoot his little missiles off. You know what? No, Scotty, no. You know what? Keep it up. And you know what? If I could go back and do it again, I wouldn't. Well, if it led to me being a good friend of Jamie Harris, maybe I wouldn't, man. But it's like this, dude. What I'm saying is that November 20th, player, Mitchell Middle School, I'm calling you out, fool. I'm saying that if it's not for me, that you don't have hands. That, you know what, I gave you the Jamie Harris fight. You know what, beep, and we'll be laughing what that beep says all the fuck over, player, because stand up, I take you the fuck out. Oh, and then you know what, people that roll with me, they say I'm savagely strong. It's bizarre, you know what? Put it like this, dog. Genetically, Sasha would be really, she would be wise to, you know what, purchase some of my specimen, okay? You know what? She could do it direct donation, okay? Or, you know what, COD, you know what? However it goes, because they say about me that I was like a white LT, fool. I touched Steve Taylor on two times on one play, Scotty. You know what? Up the middle, I smashed him in the fucking mouth. I figured since I'm putting people out of games with concussions, like against Bourbon Day, don't think that San Diego High School wasn't talking about me 10 years after I left, fool, okay? It's like, where the fuck did that kid go? You know what? That kid went on a spiritual fucking journey. I'm like Kane, bitches. You know what? I gave up the NFL because there's too many cocksuckers in it that think they're fucking special, that hide behind the fucking coaches, the coaches that hide behind the fucking team. You know what? With my friends, I would have had beeps killed. Oh yeah, you know what, Scott? And it's like this. The crafting of your fucking, of your skill. Your brother said, you know what? If it wasn't for Dan Quinn, before Dan Quinn, Scott was a ground and pound guy, and afterward, he fell in love with his hands. And so it's like this. Can anybody, you know what? I mean, it depends on how you're asked. Hey, you know what, stud? Upcoming fight, you know what? I think you're going to handle your opponent, but can you confirm or deny the reports that, I mean, is Scott Smith actually heterosexual? I mean, you know what? When Brandon Smith actually said that, you know what, Scotty fell in love with his hands, and then he fell in love with me, and then he got fucking put on Queer Street by James, and, you know, his eyes got glazed. Was that another kind of falling in love, player? And, you know what? Wouldn't it fucking really up the attendance, Scott, if you were to actually, you know what, roll your fucking arsenal out, dog? And I'll tell you what, you would revert quickly to ground. I wouldn't give a fuck. It'd be, you know what, for the good of Carnage. And if it wasn't for Carnage, you wouldn't fucking even exist, man. You would be a cage fighting badass that, you know what, learned a little ground, and I took you in, and with hands, homie, I can take you the fuck out. So I'm calling you out November 20th, and it's like this, dude. You know what, when you and I were sparring, homeboy, and Sasha said, you know what, I love to see you spar. What tone of voice do you think the model in the movie should actually use? You know what? What was she envisioning, Scott Smith, as I use my left hand to actually take this off, homie, because it's like this. Yeah, Sasha should actually pay me to have my DNA in one of her kids. You know what? I could have taken over the fucking NFL. They call me the white LT, bitches, to play. You know what? Things I did, the ability that I had, and it was all held back. And you know what? With a lot of money, Mike Rumsey might be able to fucking fund the Stevia project. So I say, come on down November 20th to, what's the address again? Anybody that, I'll tell you what. The address? No. Yeah, if you guys are talking shit, come on down. Oh, and we'll throw this in because this is going to be a big one. Tim Monty, I don't know you, But I do know guys like Tony Acuna. I consider him a friend. And Jimmy Corey. I touched knuckles with Jimmy Corey before I stepped into the cage with Harry, the Predator, fucking, praying man. I mean, gopaul, right? Punching motherfucking extraordinaire. I touched knuckles. I don't do that with just anybody. Would you please lay off Brady's, put it like this. I was about to say, please lay off Brady's wife, give her the rest, man, at 310 pounds, homie. How is it? You know what? I like Brady. He has, shared some really killer weed with me. And you know what? Since if he gets punched in the fucking head, he could die, I find it truly offensive that a big guy like you, after stealing his wife or taking her, freeing her, I don't know the story, but you know what? Let it go. And it's like this. I consider Brady a friend. And guess what? Just let it ride, man. Ask these guys that I just mentioned, and they would say, oh, no, you know what? Walk the fuck away. And you know what? The only way that you can make a dent in me would be with a gun. And then I promise you this, it would be found out. And then what would happen is that all the people that like me, you know what? When my kids actually ask them to avenge me, I bet you they might start to do some pretty goddamn devious things. And trust and believe, it'd make for some cool fucking movies. And Scott Smith, yeah, I'm running a little long here. We're at 6:30. We're coming up to 7. You know what, Scott? The numbers, Sasha, watching me spar and shit. I'm saying, you know what, you clown punk? If it wasn't for me, you're getting your ass kicked by that fucking animal. You know what I'm saying? He would have been all over you, and it would have been a fucking, whatever. You wouldn't have fucking teed off in the manner that you did. 9 seconds? Put it like this, player. I made you in the ensuing year, and I don't know if it'd be in 9 seconds, but you know what? I would take you out, and let's do it for charity. The charity is Carnage, and you know what? It's like this. Dan Quinn, potential Scott Smith, Dan Quinn, battle correspondent. Peace out.